Hello, my name is Diversai, and today we're going to be doing challenges 41 through 50 of the February 2025 monthly challenges. You have 5 days left on your battle pass, so if you haven't done that, make sure to do that. And there are some new quests out today, so you can do those too, make it a little faster. To start with, we're going to be using Kai'Sa, using Packed Powder, Chosen by the Stars, and Crown Guard Inheritance. I'm still really iffy on Crown Guard Inheritance, not sure if good. And the special rules for this one are Let's Rock, round start the foe summons a Rockfall Path if they don't have one, and Savage Mysticism. Each player gets a mana gem at round start. Doesn't matter what we take. Savage Shield would probably have been fine. Take Excavator's Charge. We do play like a number of cards, so should be alright. We go into Kai'Sa, whose power is Rapid Evolution. Round start the foe grants each of their units +1/+1 and a random keyword. Has a really strong power, since it affects everything. Not sure if Challenger would help us here. I'll just go with damage instead.
I'm here to help.
I'll just play Kai'Sa.
Every move just makes me stronger. I won't back down. What's he so afraid of? You can't hide from the light. Radiance casts out every shadow. So long, boys. See you next time.
So I think with Kai'Sa's ability to draw up on round 2, that would have gotten really bad really fast had we not ended the game there. So yeah. I am always worried about Kai'Sa, especially if she pulls Deathless randomly. That can be very bad. Then we go into Draven, whose power is God Among Gladiators. Round end the foe summons Draven if he isn't in play. When Draven attacks, give him +1/+1 and double attack this round. Like, potentially Swain's Draven army might be better than Crown Guard, but I do like that oftentimes when you play Crown Guard, you get that rally. It feels bad when you don't have it, and sometimes when you have it, it feels like it's not doing anything. So I'm still really undecided on its value.
Sharpen the blade, secure the kill.
Good afternoon, lady. Or should I say, Malux?
It's Luxana, actually. Who are you?
What's the mystery?
Their every move just makes me stronger. Adding to the arsenal.
Heart's incandescent cannot be suppressed. No match for Crown Guard.
Guys, is pretty fun. Challenge 42, we're doing it again. Packed Powder, Chosen by the Stars, Crown Guard Inheritance. Special rules are Mercy Killings round end, kill old damage units, and calling for aid at the start of round 7. The foe summons a random level 2 champion. Because of Mercy Killings, if you wanted to, you could do something like Jack as well. That might actually end up being a little bit better because he doesn't have to worry about getting killed. And we're going to be fighting Viktor and Zed. Viktor does have some 1 damage pings, so if we get hit by those, that's going to be bad. So ideally we win in like round 1, that would be ideal. Really liked Lux Illuminated last time, so I'm trying to roll back into that, but doesn't seem like that's gonna happen. I don't want anything here. We go into Viktor, whose power is beyond mere flesh. The foe's units have +1/+1 for each keyword they have. I'm gonna look for quick strike here. Didn't find it, so attacking will get our unit killed. That's fine. Weren't really depending on it anyway.
In this timeline, we're sure to save Katarina.
As long as he doesn't get elusive, we're good.
I turn it like so.
Apparently we're not evolved yet. This will kill the Mimic.
We have something the void will never understand. Me.
Yeah, we are evolved. We also do have quick strike. There's no point in attacking with the Chronomancer. He would just die. Now Viktor's dead. Could have taken Scout before I attacked the first time. That would have been smart, but I didn't do it. And it also doesn't matter. And we go into Zed, whose power is Blade in the Darkness. Round end, if the player's Nexus took damage this round, the foe's strongest unit strikes it. I don't think that's going to matter here. Kind of tempted to keep both Death's Hands.
I am the blade in the darkness.
So I'm going to end up taking 10 damage here. But the Zed will die at the end of the round from Mercy Killings. Kind of expected them to play a card. I guess they were out of mana, so that was a bad expectation.
We have something the void will never understand. Me.
I don't have quick attack on Kai'Sa, so I didn't want to block. That doesn't make any sense. Oh, doesn't matter. Won the game. You know, sometimes your brain just thinks a thing and you're like, brain, why did you think that thing? That makes no sense. But it thought it, so you deal with it. Challenge 43 is Jinx. Special rules are frenzied fighting. The player's units have +2/+2. Round end to deal 2 to all the player's units. And Adore Abyss. This is Lulu's power. Transform the player's strongest follower into a 1/1 squirrel and silence it this round. For this, we're going to be using Ambessa, Double Guardian Angel, and Stalker's Blade. If Ambessa dies from the frenzied fighting, we'll get usually a couple of midnight raids out of it. Take some mirror here. We do play like a fair amount of cards, but I think ultimately it won't matter. And here we're going to be looking for ideally something that just increases our attack. Didn't find anything good, but I'll take Brash. And then we go into Jinx, whose power is Rocket Scope Boom. When the foe attacks, they play a Super Mega Death Rocket. Rictus is awesome. Legion Marauder's fine. Free Samira is pretty good. This will give us a free attack, which will do damage, which will proc Samira's thing.
Hope they're watching. This should be fun.
So I think the squirrel's always gonna die to frenzied fighting, which isn't something I thought about, but does appear to be the case.
Going someplace?
And that Legion Marauder's dead. And it's fine, because now you can play Ambessa.
Rules are made to be broken, like buildings.
Do we attack first here with the scout? Attack again, challenging.
Where is it?
Attack a third time from the rally proc. And again with the Midnight Raid. Challenge 44 is Katarina. Special rules are Mountain Peak. Game start, the foe summons a Targon's Peak. Round end, all players draw 1. And Course of Power. Round start, the foe gets an extra mana gem this round for each unit they have. For this, we're going to be using Volibear to take advantage of that Targon's Peak. And for relics, we're using Starforged Gauntlets, Portal Pels, and Disciple of Shadows. Probably doesn't matter what you use, to be perfectly honest. I'll take Ezreal. The Static Shock might do something. Might not. A little tempted to take Catalyst for 3. That'll give us an extra mana gem, but I'm hoping it doesn't matter. Double attack sounds pretty good. I'm going to Katarina, whose power is Inspiring Presence. When the foe plays a champion, grant their other units +2/+2. And we do want to keep high cost cards in hand. Probably would have been okay to keep the 3s.
I got big plans for this place.
Never play.
And we're going to stop the Katarina by playing the Ice Veil Archer, making it so she can't attack here. I guess we could also kill her. That's pretty good. I do want a way to challenge this guy. I guess he has a vulnerable, so that works. I don't really have a way to do 3 damage to the enemy nexus here. If I can kill Ezreal, that would work. Or this True Shot Barrage is going to be just fine.
Third shot's the charm.
So in this set of 41 through 50, there were 2 Katarinas, and no, 2 Azirs and 4 Katarinas, which is a lot. For Challenge 45, we have Katarina with Unnatural Selection. The player's units have Evolve and Big Feast. When the foe summons a unit, grant it +0/+3. This is going to put it out of range of your normal Veigar for killing or some other thing, so you're going to want probably a stunner for it. Something like Yasuo, or in this case we're going to be using Misfortune with Shock and Awe, Swain's Raven Army, and Packed Powder. Goal here is just going to be win on round 1. So you won't have to think about anything. And we do want low cost units, so these cost 1, so that's pretty good. Lucian probably would have been okay too. Cost reduction on Make It Rain is good. I'm happy to take that. And Farsight Alteration on Misfortune will ensure that we draw her. And we go to Katarina again, whose power is still Inspiring Presence. When the foe plays a champion, grant their units everywhere +2/+2. Gonna keep one Make It Rain. We do have the starting attack token. If we didn't, I would have kept both. Guess it's not everywhere, it's just grant their units +2/+2. So I didn't quite win on that, but on Katarina's attack we'll win. Or we can just play this now. Challenge 46 is Gangplank and Azir. Special rules are Crackshot Corsair, or Merciless Marksman. All players start with a Crackshot Corsair and Chorus of Power. Round end, the foe gets an extra mana gem for every unit they have. And we're using Misfortune again, Shock and Awe, Swain's Raven Army, and Pack Powder. With the extra Crackshot Corsair, if we start with the attack token, we'll almost certainly win on round 1. And again, for support you do want something that costs 1. So Shadow Fiend kind of works. I don't like the fact that it goes away at the end of the round. Same with the Reborn, Grenadier. Dredgers with Shadow Totem is really good though, because that has 2 units for the price of 1. I'll take Savage Shield. I'll take Farsight Alteration on the Dredgers. And we go into Gangplank, whose power is the Saltwater Scourge. The first time they fall below 20 hit points, they summon the Dreadway.
I never miss. Hey there, little one.
It's yours.
That's how we do things in Hillswater.
If they had Make It Rain, we could have killed some of our units, but they didn't, so I think Consuming Wrath's probably fine. Don't really need to block. We can pull Overwhelm here, that would be good, but Quick Strike Blade is fine. We go into Azir, whose power is the Emperor's Army. The foe's sand soldiers everywhere have +2/+0. Should only need 1 Misfortune. We drop the Dredgers? Does that matter? Probably not.
Hey there, little one.
Could potentially run out of cards.
Carry it with you. Emperor, I am honored.
Gotcha in my sights.
Doesn't matter if I block that or not, to be honest. Can't do anything about that amount of damage.
Love ya.
Misfortune is broken with her pay to win relics. Challenge 47 is Thresh. Special rules are Blinking Flames. All spells and skills deal 1 extra damage. And welcome to the Murder Bridge. Game start, the foe summons the Howling Abyss. For this we're going to be using Garen. This is the free version. We're not going to be using that. Although it is completely fine. Again, be using instead Luminous Orb, Starforge Gauntlets. I think we could probably keep the Stalker's Blade. That would be fine. But we're going to go with the Beast Within instead. Since he does have a subtype, that'll also give him +1/+1. Giving everything Overwhelm is really nice, combined with Garen's power. For whenever you strike, you get +2/+2. And I think ideally here you'd want something that can strike really well. I think Aurelia is probably fine for that. I am a little bit concerned about Thresh combined with Welcome to the Murder Bridge, but overall I think it's probably not going to be that big of a deal. We'll take double attack. And we go into Thresh, whose power is Damnation. Game start, the foe summons Vaults of Helia. When Thresh levels up, the foe creates 3 Shadow Isles champions in deck. I think this is fine.
For the honor of my house. A girl!
Basically, you want to get one strike in. As soon as you do that, you can pretty much continually strike and just keep growing bigger than your opponents. You can just outscale them.
I have the tendency to get carried away.
Like, there's nothing they can do about that giant bird.
Make it worth my while.
And because of the double attack, you get a level up.
Life is the rain that splits the sky. I am undone.
And again, the pay-to-win relics aren't really necessary here. Having a strike is totally fine. Challenge 48 is Viego and Azir. Special rules are Bandle Magic. Game start, the foe summons, or the player summons any of the Bandle tree. Vicious Enemy, Suffer, which is round start, deal 3 to all the player's damage units, and Hemorrhage, round end, deal 1 to the player's nexus for each unit the foe has. All of that together doesn't really add up to much. And for this, we're going to be using Yasuo. Relics are Yasuo's Windblade. If you don't have this, you could go with Crown Guard Inheritance, totally fine. Everfrost and Tempest Blade. Basically, you can also use double Everfrost. As long as when you play Yasuo, you win the game, that's kind of what you're going for. We'll take this for Cataclysm. I like Phage here. And Summoning Beacon on Cataclysm will give us an extra blocker in case we need it against Azir. Then we go into Viego, whose power is Sovereign's Domination. Round start, the foe summons an ephemeral copy of the player's strongest follower that died last round. I could never be an actor. Can't remember a line for 5 seconds. Even when I've repeated 100 times. Suffer is a thing, so we're not going to want to block with Yasuo or he'll die. Did take the hit from Hemorrhage, but that was going to happen.
Quick footwork, fast strikes.
You do have the option to do nothing here.
Catch me if you can. Some things never dull. No cure. Surrender. I will follow this path until the end. My
Yasuo is big enough that we can block now.
Want to see these moves up close?
I'm fine sacrificing all of these. Problem with this attack is they're just going to block here, and that's going to be a little bit unfortunate. If we do it this way, I think we lose this Draven, but it doesn't matter because we'll win the game. And we'll pick up Overwhelm here. Not having that was pretty impactful. Black Cleaver's nice, just double our damage. And we go into Azir, whose power is the Emperor's Army. Foes, sand soldiers everywhere, have +2/+0. Pass, let him play Azir. Next round, if he plays anything, we'll play Yone. Actually, he's stunned anyway, so it doesn't matter.
Quick footwork, fast strikes.
Brother, what have you become?
If I told you, would you listen?
I don't want to just kill their units.
Shurima never fell. It only awaited my return. Behold the rewards of your service.
Here what we're going to do is wait for the attack. As soon as that happens, we'll use the stun. Stun will trigger Yasuo to level up, kill the entire board. I don't believe there's anything they can do. Challenge 49 is Katarina and Draven. Special rules are Mortal Marks. When any player summons a unit, set its health to 1 and Demacian Might 2. When one of the foe's units strikes, grant it +2/+2. This is another place where you could play Jack if you wanted to, because Mortal Marks sets everything to 1 whenever you would 2, and you would kill their entire board. And then we're going to be using Veigar for this, with Chemtech Duplicator, Frozen Tomb, and Big Guns. These two are unnecessary, they're just nice. You can replace with this Luden's Tempest, and something like Archangel's Staff is fine. Since their hit points are going to be 1 anyway, doesn't really matter. Darkness will take care of it. Not looking for anything specific here. There's something just exceptional, I would have taken it. And then we go to Katarina, whose power is Inspiring Presence. When the foe plays a champion, grant their units, their other units +2/+2. So we're going to keep the Pokey Stick. And we can keep the Dark Bolt Acolyte too.
Need a second.
So we'll get rid of that because they're going to play Katarina. And then we can get rid of Katarina.
I'm not done.
I got big plans for this place.
Here we'll play the Dark Bolt Acolyte.
In behind ya. Damn it.
So this round we do have to play Veigar. And we just keep removing their units.
By all means, get in my way.
Now we have 2 Veigar.
With utmost efficiency. Electroplating completed.
Explosives primed.
Another real.
I'll do better this time.
So late.
And so basically, these will cast 3 times because we have 2 Chemtech Duplicator. And you win at burst speed. I don't know why I picked that up. It's not going to do anything because of the mortal marks. And we go into Draven, whose power is God among gladiators. Round end, the foe summons Draven if he isn't in play. When Draven attacks, give him +1/+0 and double attack this round. So basically your darkness every round is going to be into Draven probably. Unless there's something more threatening on the board. But the overall path is going to be the same. Just going to make sure they never have any units. You can see what's in their hand. Really doesn't matter. And we'll be able to play Veigar on round 2 because of the mana gem on the armed gearhead. So when he's not attacking, you don't have to kill him.
Yeah, I'm ready. This is gonna hurt.
Do you have a stun available?
Axes coming right out. This is the darkness. Dodge this.
Now there's the mana crystal number 3. Soon, Lord Veigar, you will be ready.
Got an axe with your name on it.
It's killing time!
Get your blood umbrellas ready. It's Sharanga!
So this will deal 24 damage, but that's not actually enough to win.
Hey, it's the boss man.
Remind me to upgrade your thought processors.
Go on, shake my hand.
As humanity ebbs, the machines rise.
Hold up,
Now we're cooking.
Seal the rules for the pages.
Basically just stall until your darkness is big enough. Hit the Nexus, win the game. And finally, for this set, we have Challenge 50, which is Katarina and Nautilus. Special rules are Frenzied Fighting. The player's units have +2/+2. And round end deal 2 to all the player's units. And Chorus of Power, round start, the foe gets an extra mana gem this round for every unit they have. Using Veigar again, Chemtech, Frozen Tomb, and Big Guns. Potentially you could swap out Big Guns here for Warmog's Armor, which will give you regeneration. And that will prevent you dying from the Frenzied Fighting. I think I'm gonna do that actually. Because otherwise we'd have to pay attention to the game, and that's the worst thing that you could do. Nothing should really matter here. Generation on the Stilted Robe Maker is probably fine enough. And we go into Katarina, whose power is Inspiring Presence. When the foe plays a champion, grant their other units +2/+2.
again?
Never play fair. Try to understand. I matter, you don't.
Let the bloodshed begin.
Most important thing is to make sure that Katarina stays dead. We did take a bit of damage there, but that's fine. Keeping the pokey stick to get rid of the Katarina, if you don't save the darkness, is very important. Could have played this darkness first. I can't take 4 or ult die, so we have to pass.
My orders.
Number 3. Soon, Lord Veigar. He will be ready soon.
Warding Stones is dead anyway, so we can sacrifice it. And hitting him with the Twisted Catalyzer is good. Gives us +1 darkness damage, which we do need.
I want my... and I want...
Lord Veigar, you can try perfection. By all means.
I don't think we've leveled yet. Now we have. Free Veigar is pretty good. Extra free Veigar. I think I'll actually take power Phage instead though. That just makes him a little bit safer. We go into Nautilus, whose powers all will drown. When any unit dies, heal the foe's Nexus 1 and the foe tosses if they aren't deep. I think this is fun.
Danger pays.
And we do have to drop that Veigar, or it's dead. Do you want the Catalyzer to strike? It does mean that it dies, which is sad, but it's worth it. A couple darknesses to level up. Also let us play this Dark Bolt Acolyte and get a darkness back. Otherwise that would have just been a waste. And we do want to wait for next round, where we get Chemtech Duplicator active. Veigar is pretty strong. That is it for challenges 41 through 50 of the February 2025 monthly challenges. We got a couple Nova Shards here, which is fine. It's pretty good. I have a ton of PNZ crystals though, so it's not actually helping me too much. I still need Runeterra crystals to get Fiddlesticks to 6-star, which I really want because I love playing Fiddlesticks. Anyway, that is it. If you like what I'm doing, like and subscribe. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Goodbye.